a TA guy, a major analyst who's talking about XRP could potentially go to $15 to $30. And I'll pull some fibs. I'll give my analysis. I'll give my price prediction for XRP. If you know me, if you've been watching me over the past few months, you know I've been saving in Bitcoin and XRP. I do have a lot of Ethereum, but right now my whole focus is Bitcoin, XRP long term. Ethereum is right now starting to come back out of the woodworks and show some strength. So we might have to put Ethereum back in there. But XRP, like I said, right now is sitting at $3.35. We have a little bit of ways to go in order to reach our all-time high. I think we can get there today. We can have an XRP all-time high party. So the all-time high back in 2018 came in at about $3.30. Seems like I saw a little bit higher on some exchanges. So we'll take this one at $3.42 to $3.43 coming in. I think that was January. So right now what I'm looking at, and then we're going to talk about this article that I seen. I found very interesting. And I was talking to a lot of people from the XRP army, from the XRP community, and they were saying like, oh, XRP is going to 100, 200, 300. I'm like, I don't know, market cap and things like that. Somebody was trying to explain to me that market cap don't matter. So that's a whole nother video that we can talk about at another time. But what I'm looking at right now is I'm looking at this. If I pull a fib from that top to that bottom, I'm looking at a few price points. And this is my prediction. This is how I'll come up with my predictions. I'll come up with some technical predictions. I won't make like these crazy assumptions that it's going to like 40, 50, 60, $100, but I will pull some fibs and I will tell you what I can see happening this cycle, the way I think it may happen. So we do have a price point. If we break this $3.40, we can get up to about $4.47. We'll say $4.50. Then we have another one coming in at about $6. Then we have another one coming in at about $8, and then about $9. So I can see that happening, maybe going up to $9 to $10 this cycle if everything plays out the right way. If more money, more liquidity, more big players start to turn their attention to XRP. That's the key. I don't think retail is going to push XRP past these all-time highs. Will pass these all-time highs significantly. I think it's going to have to be something where it gets adopted by bigger players, bigger entities. XRP is in bed with banks. XRP is in bed with some of the, the biggest companies in the world. So I think it has a lot of upside, even from where we are right now. And XRP has stood the test of times, like I always said. XRP is going to be around, barring some crazy event, which I do not foresee happening. That is why I am holding and saving long term for or in Ethereum, or not Ethereum, XRP. There we go. So this is what I'm talking about. So it says XRP price update, macro targets of 15 to 30 in play as key indicators signal further upside. So where do you think XRP is going? If you made it this far, I want you to stop. Take 2 seconds to think, or if you already have this in your head, where do you think XRP is going? This was published a little bit earlier today, and it highlights a couple traders, one named Hove Trades, or Hove Waves rather, and he's talking about some wave, I guess some Elliott waves. Not really a big Elliott wave guy, but I definitely find it very interesting how these guys can come up with a lot of these predictions. So he said, noting XRP followed his predictive wave pattern exactly. So he said his last update was in January, where he was looking for a move down to that $1.80 level before continuing higher. He said that XRP is now working through wave 3 of a larger structure. If completed, keyword if, Wave 5 could push XRP much higher, while $15 remains the current macro target. He mentioned that 30 is still on the table if momentum keeps up. So this is his chart here. He had, I guess this is the wave. Let's see if we can make this a little bit bigger so we can see it. So we have wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5 going up to, what's that, $8.50, and wave 6. I don't understand how he got this. Somebody teach me about Elliott Wave. I don't know how he got it, but his price prediction does go up to like between $17 and $24. So that's a very, very, very big move if XRP did move that way this cycle. That would be crazy. And then we had somebody called Ali. He said at Ali_charts, he says the last time the MVRV ratio flashed a golden cross, XRP soared 630%, and that signal just appeared again. So anytime I see something like this, some past data or some past somebody's comparing a move to a past move, and he said it soared 630%. I know it's not going to probably soar that much again. So I'm going to take that with a grain of salt. Analysts caution that the road to 15 to 30 will come with some volatility. Welcome to crypto. However, the foundations are firm and the current trends show no signs of fading. So what I can tell you about those, I don't know about those. The MVRV score, I do that for Bitcoin. I haven't done one, or I haven't looked at it for XRP. And also when it comes to those waves, I don't know if that's like Elliott waves or something like that. A lot of times those things do matter, especially when it comes to the higher cap coins, where you have a lot of different, or coins that have a big past history. XRP has a long history of data that we can analyze. So I'll just take it step by step, technically take it step by step. Last time I put price predictions on some of these coins and they didn't pan out. I didn't sell. And I'm not saying I'm selling XRP, but just for coins in general, crypto in general, when I put price predictions, or I put a certain price in my head and it doesn't get there in a certain amount of time, and then it reverses, that's not a good feeling. That's not a good feeling. Me personally, I'm holding XRP for the duration. I'm holding XRP for a long time, so it's a little bit different. Holding Bitcoin for a long time, so that's a little bit different. But for the most part, what I'm trying to get to you is that, you put price predictions are cool and they're good for YouTube. They're good for shock value, but you want to have some price points, some realistic price points, and then some moon boy price points. And if you want to sell at a specific price, then I think you should ladder out as opposed to just waiting for some price and hitting sell. Because when it gets to that price and you're going to try to hit this, few people have that self-control or that discipline to hit that sell button, because it's always like, dang, what if it go higher? What if it go higher? And then if it doesn't get there, and then it starts to roll over, you like, oh, I gotta wait. It'll come back, and it don't come back. So I'm not saying that with XRP. I'm just saying that in general when it comes to investing, when it comes to trading, when it comes to just the overall landscape of human psychology. We definitely want to work on that too, especially in the crypto market, as things are the most volatile. This is the most volatile space right now, and we have to maintain composure, maintain self-control, and have some discipline, man, so we can make life-changing money. Because I made life-changing money before, and then I lost life-changing money before, and I do not want you to go down that path. So this is FD White. Thank you for watching. I appreciate everybody, all my new subscribers. We're going to keep knocking it out the park, keep giving you knowledge, the knowledge that I have, the knowledge that I've had, being in these markets, and hopefully you can find some value in it and keep coming back. So I appreciate everybody for watching. I'll talk to you in a minute. Peace.